Hi, welcome to The Beat at WonderCon 2024. I'm Heidi McDonald, the editor-in-chief, and we are sponsored this year by B2Beat, The Buzz, our new weekly business newsletter. So, okay, Beat fans, big moment for me. I am here with Sam Raimi and Mortiz Mohr. Did I say your name right?
More, yeah.
Okay, Mortiz Mohr. Sorry. You're the director of Boy Kills World, a new movie that's coming out. It's kind of going to blow your mind. I got to be honest. Sam is one of the producers on it. So you're doing a panel here with the cast, and this movie is wild. How did you come up with this idea? What was the inspiration?
The inspiration, all the action movies that we've watched over the past 30 years, all the video games we've played, all the comic books we read. It's like a big potpourri.
It is kind of just, we're absorbing a lot of media and information every second, as we are right now, because there's a very loud panel going on next door to us, which you might not be able to hear. So yeah, it does all kind of coalesce into this amazing kind of collection of ideas and action and stunts and stuff.
Yeah, so obviously we're big fans of sort of the old school kung fu movies, where we sort of get parts from our story, the classic revenge tales, and lots of the sort of Korean cinema of the last 20 years. Obviously some video games, and but there's a lot of inspiration, a lot of little nods in every direction.
I did catch a few of those as I was watching it. Now, Sam, let me ask you. You have been making movies, of course, for a long time, and I was reading on Twitter about how with Darkman you had to sneak off and edit it so the studio didn't ruin it. Is that right? So, or some people say that, and so it's been a struggle, as you know, like a long journey. Sometimes these films are such a long journey to get made. Do you think it's easier now to make something that's really like action-filled and yet personal, the way this film is?
I think it's just as difficult as it's always been for the storyteller. They have to really please the expectations of the very demanding action audience who've seen things like John Wick, which is so great, and you've got to rise to that level. The bar keeps getting higher, and it's great. It's great that the audience demands more and more action-wise. It takes a director to come up with original great ideas, like our director, and please the audience with them. As far as the other side of it, the characters, that's what really the audience wants, and that's what connects them to the movie, the story, the human beings within it, and fortunately, you're a director that can really get the performances out of these actors, and I think that Boy Kills World delivers both for the audience.
Yeah, well, it certainly does. It has some wonderful characters, and the main character is just Boy, right? Cannot speak or hear, and you have Bill Skarsgård, and he delivers an amazing performance, just without words. Although he does have words. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so we basically, when we started this project around, I think, 8 years ago in Germany, where we shot a proof of concept trailer. And in that trailer, we wanted to make an action film, a revenge film. We wanted also to showcase the talent of our action director, Dave Shatarsky. And so in that little proof of concept, he plays Boy. And we were like, we need something that makes it special in a way. We need a hook, so to speak. And the idea was that we have a deaf and mute protagonist, and we don't see him speak, so he has a voice, an inner voice. And the idea was that this inner voice was not his regular voice, but something completely different. He's this little kid, he grows up in the jungle, he's this little kid, and he takes his inner voice from his favorite video game, which is this deep, heroic voice, and voiced in the final movie by H. Benjamin.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, it's an inner voice that's sort of an outer voice too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So it definitely has these different layers to it. Sam, what attracted you to this? What made you want to help make this movie and bring it into the world?
I think it was seeing Moritz's great short. He made a short version of the film as like a showcase, like you said, of the fight sequences, the style of the film. And it was the combination of the humor, the incredible camera work combined with the outrageous stunt work that gave it an extra pizzazz and power that I've never seen before. And so I guess it was, in a nutshell, the originality of Moritz's vision that really drew me to the film.
Do you, I mean, again, you've made films that were, I mean, so original. You are an original, okay? I think that's safe to say. Yeah, but we see so much of things that are CGI made, and, you know, there becomes a certain sameness after a lot of times. I mean, like, do you think it's harder for people to have original visions like that now?
I think it's harder in the corporate world because any individual that has a vision of a story that's original is going to offend people, it's going to make people sad, it's going to make them feel funny at different times, lonely. And when you work for a big corporation, they want to tailor those things so that nobody's offended, nobody feels too sad, and that's what you're usually fighting against, is a group mentality. When in fact what the audience wants is an individual vision to guide them, a personal connection with that filmmaker. So I actually think it's easier to tell a story of a visionary filmmaker like Moritz on a much smaller budget, where there's very few people to voice moderating opinions.
Yeah, too small to fail sometimes, and makes it even better. Actually, when this movie was being made, the financiers I read did say, you know what, we're going to give you more money. How unusual is that?
Very unusual. That's a group of people that believe in the movie, believe in the filmmaker. Simon Swart, Alex Libovicki, great producers, and Wayne Fitzjohn. They really supported the film, got behind it, put their money where their mouth was, and recognized that he'd made something very original and powerful and fun for the audience. You know, it's not like a powerful in the way that a religious picture might be. I'm just talking about sheer entertainment, and he really delivers it. So they backed up their belief in him with finance. That's what producers do, and worked and worked until the film really could be the best that it is.
Well, that's exciting. Were you excited when you heard that?
Definitely. I mean, usually you sort of confronted with, oh yeah, we don't have any more money, so we need to cut this or this. But it went the other direction, which is very rare, as we all know.
Well, it's wonderful. And I mean, the movie looks amazing. It really looks amazing. Tell us, though, what was the hardest stunt to pull off? I mean, it has all the fighting. I mean, you know, was there an easy stunt to pull off?
I mean, Bill did train a lot. Like, he really prepped for that role. So it could have been much harder if he hadn't did like this. So big props to him that he pulled this off. And you know, like, oh, I do all my own stunts. He didn't do all his own stunts, but he did a lot. Like, and there's obvious security reasons, and like, you really have to be careful not to hurt your main actors. So otherwise, you're.
The movie,
Yeah, you have to go. Yeah, exactly. You have to take a break for a week or so, but that didn't happen.
So what are some of the, I mean, I couldn't help but think of course, some of the anime films that you were mentioning influenced you, and just like the nonstop action. I mean, is it hard? It's hard to bring that to life in a live action film, but what are some of the anime movies that you know you really like or you really enjoy?
I'm usually with the classics, Ghost in the Shell, Akira, love all the Ghibli stuff. I mean, not much like not much in common with those movies, but the Ninja Scroll has some amazing fight scenes. Attack on Titan has some amazing fight scenes and camera work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We see your amazing cast assembling outside the room right now, and you did get an amazing cast besides Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Shelter Copley, Famke Jensen is out there.
And over there.
Yeah, there you go. How did you get such a great crew?
It was. I mean, it was the. I guess I got to pay props to the producers, because they were like, oh no, we're gonna get those people, and we're gonna, because it's also about money at that point, right? Where you have to pay for top talent, and they were all on board. They were super excited. They shared the vision, which is most important for an actor, so they all understood what we were doing, yeah.
Well, it was fantastic, and it's such a fun movie. Again, thank you, Moritz. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for coming here and talking to us. Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your WonderCon, and good luck with Boy Kills World.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.